I don't even have the money for an abortion. Well, frankly, I think Brad ought to pay for that, if that's what you want to do. No. Been humiliated enough without having to ask him for that. Right? Well, you can always get a legal abortion through Larry at the free clinic. Oh, boy, and if I'm really lucky, Jenny can be my nurse. Lana, stop it. Honey, you can't let bitterness get in the way of your thinking. I don't even know how I feel about an abortion. I don't think many women do until they're confronted with it. If I were rich, and I didn't have to scramble for every penny I earned, I'd probably want to keep the baby. Do you think maybe there's a way you could support it? Oh, I doubt it. I mean, what am I going to do, strap it on my back while I'm carrying around being a cocktail waitress? Oh, look, we could always look into a part-time nurse or a housekeeper to help you. Kathy, I don't have that kind of money. Honey, I didn't have that kind of money when I was pregnant with Megan. It was different for you. You were a writer. You could work at home. You had your father standing by and all kinds of people standing by to help you. All right, that's true, but I think you would also find that there were a lot of people standing by to help you, too. Maybe, I don't know. And I'm not trying to pressure you into having a baby. I just want you to realize you do have some choices. Yeah. Have it or don't have it. Some choices. All right, look, there's another possibility. There are a lot of people around that would be very helpful and quite willing to help you through your pregnancy for the chance to adopt a baby themselves. I'd rather abort than give my baby away. Well, I know that's the way you feel now, but maybe you won't later. Oh, Kathy, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think maybe the thing you've got to do is just to give yourself some time so that you can come up with a decision that you know you'll be able to live with the rest of your life.
Now, when are you going to give me your phone number?
if I ever feel like it.
Do you have any idea when that might be? Well, in that case, why don't I just jot down my home address and phone number for you?
If it amuses you.
I'm home mornings.
How nice.
You know, it wouldn't break my heart if you were to drop in with me.
Most unlikely.
Why?
Because I hate mornings. I avoid them as much as possible.
Ah, you're a late sleeper.
No, I've just been a night person all my life.
Well, in that case, how about the afternoon?
What do you have in mind, Dennis?
Oh, probably something which is not too unusual.
Are you propositioning me?
Well, you don't look very shocked.
Oh, you're very fresh, aren't you?
Oh, on second thought, it might be a good idea to call first.
Before I drop by. You got traffic problems?
I'll clear them for you.
I never had a band letter before. Oh, but in the future you're going to have a lot of them. I sure hope so. Becky, tell me something. Why aren't you acting so funny when I told you a letter had come? I didn't act funny. You sure did. You acted like you were scared out of your wits. You know what I think? I think you're just imagining things. Okay, have it your own way. But don't forget, from here on out, baby, it's show business. Oh, well, I have to go now, baby. See you later. Bye. Ugh. keep it down. I know how you feel, honey, but give it a try. Maybe later, okay? Like it really is right now is a drink. I know. A drink is not going to do you a bit of good. How do you know? You forget I've been through something like this myself. You know what you've got to do before you make one single decision? You've got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Is that what I'm doing? Yeah. Of course, it's the most normal thing in the world. You say to yourself, here I am pregnant, and because I'm a woman, I've got to bear the burden for a mistake that it took two to make. Of course, if it was a mistake. Oh, boy, was it. Don't be too sure about that, Lana. You know, there's something else I've learned through experience. Having a child can be one of the most wonderful experiences in the world, in spite of the fact that the man involved is in love with somebody else. Listen, I think you'll understand better the further along you get. And you know, you do have some choices. Would it help maybe if we talked about them? Sure, anything that'll help get my head together. Well, the first thing you've got to do, and you don't have any choice about this one, you've got to take care of yourself. Yes, Mother. No, you're the mother, remember? Now, come on, try and eat something. Come on. You eat and I'll talk. Oh, such a little bite. Come on. Very good. You know, I think something you've got to think about right away is telling Brad. Why? Well, because he's the father. He ought to have some say in this. I can't tell him, Cathy. Why not? Because he'll blame me. He'll say it's all my fault that I got pregnant. Oh, I see. You mean the woman is supposed to be totally responsible. Is that it? Yes. That's the kind of person Brad is, honestly. I still don't think it would hurt to talk to him. Yes, it would. It would hurt terribly. Cathy, I can't take any more rejection from him. And something like this is just going to start it off again. And okay. Let's put that one aside for a while. How far along are you? It's my second month. We always talked about abortion. How do you feel about that? Well, I don't think it's morally wrong. I mean, I don't think anybody should say if it's right or wrong for me, but Cathy, I don't think I could go through with that right now. Why not? I'm not saying you should. I'm just asking. Well, because I loved Brad. I wouldn't have gone to bed with him if I did. Now, you may not believe that, but that's... Nana. I believe that. Okay. So, as far as I'm concerned, this baby was conceived in love. And I could never destroy it. You think that's crazy? No. No, I don't think that's crazy. I felt the same way myself. Now, come on, eat some more. Come on. You don't want that child to starve, do you?
You weren't going to tell me, were you?
How did you find out?
You weren't going to tell me, were you, Karen?
Oh, Larry, of course I was. I just didn't know that I had to inform you of my whereabouts every minute.
Karen, I told you, I don't like you going out to Tony's place in the evening all alone.
But it's only open in the evening. And besides, Larry, I figured I'd be home before you got home.
There was no other place you could go, no one else you could see?
You name one? I mean, really, how you're always at that damn clinic.
2 or 3 nights a week, Karen.
All right, so those nights, I'm supposed to just stay here and sit here all by myself. I mean, with all the running around that you do, it's really hard for me to plan anything. Can't invite anybody to dinner for fear that you're going to call at the last minute and tell me that you can't make it.
Oh, now, wait a minute. We have talked about this before. There are lots of things for you to do. There's volunteer work at the hospital for you. That would be a good way for you to meet new friends.
Larry, I'm just not cut out for that sort of work.
How do you know that unless you try?
Because I do. I can't even relate to the people who do that sort of thing like Anna. No, Larry, look, I'm not criticizing her, but she and I are entirely different.
Anna gets a great deal of satisfaction out of that kind of work, Karen. I thought you might, too.
Larry, why do you have to put people into little cubby holes in your life? You assign people parts in your play. And my part is to be the little homebody and sit at home and wait for you to come home or stay at the hospital in the afternoon folding bandages. But the main thing is that I have to be home when the master comes home, right?
All right, Karen, let me ask you something. You're so damn unhappy here. Why don't you stick around? I asked you a question, Karen.
You know that I could never leave you.
Why not if you're so damn unhappy?
I didn't say I wasn't happy.
Well, you gave a pretty detailed description.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm just a little dissatisfied, that's all. I mean, married people should be able to speak their mind to each other, right? They should be open to each other. I mean, you said that there was something bothering you. You told me you didn't like me to go to Tony's in the evening, right?
Yeah, well, I said that plenty of times before. It doesn't seem to have any effect on you, Karen.
Well, now it has. Now I see that it really bothers you.
And you didn't see that before.
Larry, help me.
How?
I just want to be the kind of person that you want me to be. Please, help me.
Look, baby, I'll help you anywhere I can. And I love you, but I want you to listen to me. Anything you decide to do, you got to do it on your own because you want to.
I've tried.
Oh, honey, you haven't. Look, do you remember you told me you thought you'd be satisfied in a smaller house in a cheaper neighborhood? Well, here we are living in Elmwood, for crying out loud, in a house I can't afford. You told me you'd take care of the household accounts and the bills and everything. Now I'm doing that, too.
All right. I've tried, but I'll try harder, I promise.
All right, it's up to you, completely.
We're just here for a nightcap, and we'll take that table right there. Let's go.
Thank you.
Want the Edwina?
Creme de menthe, please.
I'll have some of the good brandy that Tony keeps under the bar.
All right.
Thank you.
I still don't understand what all this is about, Marco.
All what?
You always buy Dorian Lord's dinner guests a nightcap while driving them home? Is that part of your job?
Do you always accept when a man asks you out for a nightcap?
I accepted your invitation because I was curious.
But what?
It's Marco Dane.
Oh, there ain't nothing special about me.
Except you appear to be Dorian Lord's closest confidant. Judging from the conversation over cocktails tonight, she seems to depend on you for a great deal.
Yeah, sure. Whether we should give the butler a raise, what perennials we should plant around the garden, whether we should drain the swimming pool. You see, I'm what they used to call in the old days a major domo. Chapin's getting on in years. I take care of the Lord household.
Don't knock it. It sounds like a good job.
Yeah, it was when I was first hired.
Now you're ready to move on or up?
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, we will.
Have you spoken to Dorian about this?
Yeah, she doesn't seem to think I can get the dirt out from under my fingernails.
Once a gardener, always a gardener, right?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Well, don't be too discouraged. Lady Chancellor's gardener made it out all right. Oh, I'm kidding. What do you want to do, Marco?
Well, what am I offered?
I'm serious.
You tell me, what can I do?
Oh, come on, that's not the right attitude. You have to have a specific goal in mind and then use every ounce of your energy to go after it.
Oh, that's what you did, huh?
I'm not ashamed of it. I decided I wanted to work on the banner of one of the other Lord companies. And I got what I went after.
Well, when do you start work?
Tomorrow morning.
And you can't wait, right?
Does it show?
Yeah, there are a lot of other publishing houses and newspapers around here. Why did it have to be a Lord company?
For a personal reason, Marco. A very personal one.
Like what?
Do you think it's going to rain tomorrow, Marco? I need to know so that I can decide what to wear my first day on the job.
In other words, none of my business, right?
You do catch on fast. Marco, you have a mind like a steel trap.
Don't play games with me, lady.
Cathy, I don't think I could look an egg in the face this morning. Lana, I am famous for my mushroom omelet. You're going to shame me into this, aren't you? That's right. You're eating for two now, remember? That's it. Guilt, just pile on the guilt. There's nothing wrong with a little guilt. Oh. Cathy, thank you. I haven't done that in a long time. What, laugh? Yeah. Well, neither have I. You know what I was thinking about last night? No? What were you thinking about last night? Maybe I should go see Dr. Vernon. Well, that would be a little awkward, don't you think? No, I don't think so. I mean, he's so nice. And I already know him. I mean, it wouldn't be like talking to a perfect stranger. He helped you, didn't he? Well, yes, he helped me tremendously. Don't think about it. You finish reading the paper, and I'll make us some eggs. Why can't I stop thinking about you? Why?
Usual stuff. Hey, you want to have?
No. I want you to tell me about it.
Come on, Karen, come on.
Wasn't last night terrific? I mean, after the fighting and before the sleeping, wasn't it?
Yeah. Last night was terrific.
But?
Did I say but?
Oh, I guess it was just your tone. All right, today's a new leaf.
Huh?
You said I don't have enough friends. I want to start. You want to have some people over for dinner?
Yeah, why not?
You think you can make it home on time?
Yes, I'll do my best, yeah.
All right, who do we have?
I don't know, how about Barbara Walters and Harry Reid there? I don't know. Wait a minute, I do know it would be a lot of fun. It's the Harrison.
Who?
The Harrison, you know, come on, you met Mort Harrison. You met him, he's the ENT man at the hospital. You met him in that big benefit drive, remember? You and, what's her name?
Oh,
wife,
Elaine.
Elaine, yeah, you seem to hit it off all right. You like her, right?
Yeah, but we can't ask them at the spur of the moment.
Why not?
Well, because they'll know that we asked them at the spur of the moment.
That's what we're doing.
Oh.
And besides, don't worry about it. Mort Harrison isn't the kind of guy to stand on ceremony for crying out loud. Neither is Eileen, I'm sure.
Elaine.
So what do we got to lose?
Larry, I don't have anything to wear.
Kidding, you got a closet full of stuff.
Well, what do I serve?
The same thing you served when Jim and Jenny were over here? That would be good. Stop worrying about it, honey. The Harrisons don't bite. They're fine. Listen, I gotta go. You take care of it. I'll call you later, and you tell me what happens, all right? Glad to stop by.
Well, don't I every morning?
Yeah, but especially this morning. I don't know what it was. Last night, I had this feeling that something happened to you. Something bad. Did something happen last night?
No. Of course not. I mean, didn't you know that only women are allowed to have premonitions?
Men are allowed.
That's right. They're not allowed to.
What did you do?
Aren't you going to offer me a cup of coffee or something?
Yeah, of course.
After dinner. Do you want to know what we had for dinner?
No, Pat. That's all right.
Thank you. Well, all right. Now, after dinner, Brian did his homework, and Paul helped him out with it. History is definitely not one of Brian's stronger subjects. And then Brian went to bed. And then Paul and I played, backgammon for just a little while, and he went out.
Where?
I don't know. I mean, I don't ask him where he's going or why. Should I?
No, of course not, any more than he should ask you where you go.
That's right. Then why are you so upset?
Am I?
Yes, you should see the look on your face.
Well, maybe it's because of that cute little picture of domesticity that you just painted. I can't seem to get it out of my mind.
Try.
Right. Just like that. Just like that. So what happened this morning?
My goodness, you really are masochistic, aren't you? This morning, Brian and Paul got up ahead of me, and they had breakfast, and, Brian went to school, and Paul went to work. And, I lingered a little bit over breakfast, and of course I came by to say good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning.
I love you a lot, you know.
I love you too, Pat.
Good morning, bossman. Came by to tell you that your humble servant is here, ready to go to work.
Fine. But I think we better get a couple of things straightened out first. Number one, you are not my humble servant. You are my assistant. And two, don't call me boss man.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. One question. You always look this great?
What a nice compliment. I tried, sir.
Well, I can't believe that it takes a great amount of effort.
That's true. I owe you.
In your office yet?
Yes. But I could barely get in for the flowers that Gloria Lewis sent me. Wasn't that nice of her?
Oh, sure was.
But I'd trade in the flowers for an office with a window. If I could. But I guess a new, rather lowly employee can't have everything, right?
Well, if things get claustrophobic for you, you can always work in here, you know.
You mean that?
Absolutely. Hey, sit down. Okay, I'll tell you what your first assignment is going to be. I would like you to do some wool gathering and some research, if you like, about and come back to me with the recommendations, about the available market for a new monthly magazine. Now, that's one that would pick up where a weekly magazine leaves off. I mean, good investigative reporting, in-depth stories.
About anybody in particular?
About anybody and anything.
Sounds wonderful. I thought the lower press was strictly book publishing.
Well, it has been. But I want to expand it, and I've got permission from Dorian to go ahead with a couple of ideas. Just come in.
That's
I think that's a good way to go about it.
Excuse me, sir. Morning mail.
All right, thank you. Becky?
That's right.
Oh, I almost didn't recognize you.
New looks.
Oh, yeah, I'll say. Oh, Edwina, this is Becky Hunt. Becky, this is Edwina Lewis, who is my new assistant, and who'll be working in the office right around the corner there.
Nice to meet you, Miss Lewis. You like working here. Real nice folks.
Hi, Becky.
What's that?
Well, that is a very talented country singer who in her spare time and keep body and soul together works as a copy girl here.
How on earth did she get a job?
Well, actually, she was recommended by one of the young reporters. As a matter of fact, he might be a good person for you to talk to about that magazine project. His name is Richard Abbott.
Becky? Good grief. Where's your guitar? Looks like you're going to go to your act any minute.
It's my head. I reckon I can wear anything I want to on it.
It looks dumb.
I like the way it looks. Let me tell you something, Richard. In my part of the country, men folk don't tell a woman what to wear, as long as it's neat, clean, and decent. You got that? Lana, what's really wrong? Nothing. I'm sorry I missed you last night. Well, the evening wasn't a total loss. Dennis was tending bar. Oh, God. I'm laughing. It's just fun and games. Karen, if you don't mind, I really don't want to hear about it, okay? There's nothing to tell you. He just gave me his phone number and said that I could call him any morning I wanted to. Karen, are you going to call him? I might. Why? Come on, Ma, it's just fun and games. Yeah, I know. It's just fun and games. I mean, what happens if it goes past that? It could be very dangerous for you. How? Karen, you've got a husband. What do you want to fool around like this for?
Brian, that is just great. Yeah, thanks for calling. Well, you were the main one. I mean, you had to learn the material and then get it down on paper. Oh, hey, you want to talk to your mother? Yeah, she's right here. Oh, okay, I'll tell her. Yeah, right. See you later.
I got it up with Brian.
Right, he called from school on his lunch hour. He passed his history test. He got a 96, as a matter of fact.
Oh, terrific. This is the one he was so worried about. Did you know, didn't we?
Right. Smart kid, huh?
No, I kind of always thought that. Very thoughtful of him to call you about it. Of course, I do find it interesting that he did call you instead of me. I guess I shouldn't be upset about that, though, should I?
Well, he said to pass the word along to you.
Yeah, well, I can't help but wonder if you would have if you hadn't said that I was right here.
Well, after all, I'm the one that drummed all that stuff into him. I mean, McClellan, Burnside, Hooker, Meade.
Who?
Civil War general.
Sounds like an expensive law firm.
did cause the Union Army quite a bit, so, you know. Come in.
Hi, what are you waiting for? I was hung up on the phone.
Oh, that's okay, Edwina. We really haven't started yet. You know Pat, don't you?
Yes, of course. How are you? I'm fine, thank you.
Edwina is my new assistant. She just started to work for the Lord Press here. And she's involved in the research and development on that magazine project.
I see.
Oh, sit down, Edwina. We are waiting for one more person, and then we can start the meeting.
Oh, who's that?
Oh, that guy I told you about earlier, Richard Abbott.
Dennis, what do you mean you didn't think I'd call? You gave me your phone number, didn't you? Well, fine. What do you have in mind? Oh, no, I'm sorry, I can't tomorrow. I have a hair appointment. I have a million things to do. Oh, there's somebody at the door. I gotta go. I'll talk to you.
Hi.
Hi, Marco. Come on in. Long time no see.
What is this?
What do you mean?
You're either in big trouble or you're very, very bored to be so glad to see me.
Oh, I should not be glad to see you.
Do we really have time for that? Anyway, I just stopped by to see if you've been keeping yourself busy these days, and if you haven't, to see if there was anything I might do to help alleviate the problem.
Oh, my, you certainly have learned some big words working for Dorian.
I always knew him, kid. Just didn't want to dazzle you with him.
I see.
So how's a good doctor these days?
Oh, Larry and I are fine. We're very happy as you...
All right, you don't have to go through the whole routine. Come on, Karen. When are you going to stop kidding yourself about him?
Marco, if you came all the way out here to play this tune with me all over...
Come on, Karen.
Look, Marco, why don't you just leave? I mean, who needs you anyway?
You really want to know? Well, there's Dorian Lord, there's... For example, we just had a dinner party at Landfair last night.
We?
Yeah, I sort of was the host. It was for Edwina Lewis. She's a new girl at the Lord Papers.
Oh, and Dorian had him for dinner.
Right.
Dorian hasn't had me for dinner for a long time. Is she mad at me or something?
Well, I imagine there'd be a problem with Larry, wouldn't there?
Well, she knows he works every night. I mean, at least she should.
Look, if you're really so anxious to get in good with her, why don't you take the initiative? Invite her over for dinner, maybe have Peter Jansen escort her or someone. Believe it or not, she's very lonely. She'd be delighted to come.
I only wish I could.
Now, what's to stop you?
Oh, Marco, you know it's Larry.
Well, that's your problem, isn't it?
Yeah. And I looked up these research figures, folks. I haven't had much time to go into depth, but I think the figures show that there is definitely a market for the kind of magazine.
Numbers do look good. What do you think, Pat?
I think they look terrific. Have you thought of a name for it yet?
Well, nothing that I'm crazy about. But if you two can come up with something, by all means, please do. And why don't you hold on to this for a minute? Sorry, so what can we do? That's okay, Richard. We're just getting started. Oh, I don't think you two know each other, do you?
Hello, Richard, darling. How have you been? stopped over. You know, I just don't know about her anymore. I mean, we used to be really good friends, but I'm starting to feel differently. She's got an awful lot of problems, Cathy.
Well, maybe one of these days Larry will get over what Dorian did to him. You can all be friends.
I wouldn't bet money on it, Marco.
If it's for me, I'm not here, okay?
Hello?
Hiya, gorgeous.
Who's calling, please?
Well, you got a lot of guys who call you. It's me, Gus.
Yes, of course. Look, I can't talk to you right now.
Oh, I did. Hey, listen, call me later, will you?
Sure.
Who was it?
That's known as none of your business, Marco.
None of my business, huh? In other words, your local friendly neighborhood plumber, right? I can't believe you're here. What are you doing here?
I'm working here, Richard.
Here?
You never really think you could escape me, did you, darling?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, you can't forget that we still have a few scores to settle. Strange. I feel as though I don't know Karen any better than the first day I met her. I mean, she's friendly enough, but I get the feeling she doesn't really like me. Lana, do you think she really loves Larry? Yeah, sure, of course. I mean, she'd be an idiot not to, wouldn't she? Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, she seems to. I certainly hope she does. I don't know, I just have very strange feelings about it. And Larry's a very special person, and Danny is certainly a wonderful child. And I'd like to see them both get the best in life, because they certainly do deserve it. And you're not too sure that the best is Karen? All right, I hate to say it, but I'm not too sure. I mean, I don't really have anything to base that on, but I find it bothers me. What's that crack supposed to mean, Marco?
Crack? Is that what they call the truth these days?
Well, why would you make the assumption that it was that stupid plumber?
A, because I saw that stupid plumber, and he's just your type. B, because you were very nervous the other day when he came over when I was here. And C, because you were awfully anxious to get rid of whomever was on the phone just now. D,
Please spare me the rest of the alphabet.
Hey, you were.
You know, I really resent your attitude, Marco. No matter what, you still treat me as though I haven't changed one little bit.
It's because I really haven't seen any proof. And so I don't believe it.
Why?
Look, your surroundings have changed, that's true. I mean, you wear more expensive clothes now. You live in practically luxury compared to what we used to live in. And you now bear the last name of a nice, young, suburban doctor. But inside, Karen, where you live, same old girl still resides.
Marco, I am trying very hard to change, to mature, to become a responsible adult wife and mother. And it isn't easy for me, considering where I've come from, the way I used to think about things and life. But I am not who I once was.
Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure. You're a lot more boring than you used to be. Tell me, does that come with respectability or what?
Well, maybe a little bit. But that's only a little part of it. But it comes from not living dangerously the way we used to and the way you still do.
What dangerous? Come on, we had fun, Karen. Have you forgot already all the good times we had together? That is, before you decided to turn stool pigeon on me.
I was not going to go to jail, thank you very much, because I was stupid enough to get mixed up with somebody like you.
Look, you knew what you were doing. I didn't force you into that embezzlement scheme.
Yes, but I didn't know that we could end up rotting in jail if it didn't work out.
You didn't go to jail! I did.
Well, did it ever occur to you that I could go to Dorian Lord and tell her about your prison record and your overall lack of morality?
Of course it occurred to me, dear. It also occurred to me that you'd have to involve yourself in it. explain how you spent 6 months on probation and how you turned state's evidence. But if you want to try your hand at blackmail...
No, Margot, that's not what I mean. What I would like to do is just live and let live as far as you are concerned, and I wish that you would do the same with me.
Wonderful. You go your way, I'll go mine.
Yes, please.
Uh-huh. So you just forget about the past and all that?
Exactly.
Carrying cliches are a lot easier to spout than to live. Just like resolutions. Like resolutions about changing.
Margot, as far as I am concerned, this conversation and this little visit are just about over. So, why don't you just get out of here, okay? Because all you do when you come around here is upset me, and I don't need that. So why don't you just go back to Dorian Lord and climb your little ladder of success the way you want to, and I will stay right here and climb mine the way I want to.
Right. But there's one problem with that, Cat. You see, no matter how far apart those ladders may be now, when we get up there, I have a strange feeling that we're going to find ourselves in the same place. Well, this is really amazing. The two of you knowing each other already?
Did the two of you go to school together or something? We certainly did, didn't we, Richard?
Princeton. We both went to Princeton together. But I left during my junior year. Edwina stayed on and graduated, I assume.
Yes. With honors.
Oh, of course. Are you always right up there on top?
Almost always, Richard. There was one award that I lost during our junior year, remember? Oh, don't be modest, please. It was the award for the best written feature article of the year on our school paper. It was a very coveted award. Everyone was dying for it. And it came down to a choice between Richard's article on the advantages and disadvantages of a college degree in a world rapidly becoming polluted as such, and mine on the systematic discrimination against women in graduate programs. As it turned out, Richard won. Of course, that editor was always a bit chauvinistic, wasn't he?
I really don't remember, Edwina. It was a long time ago.
Well, this is neither the time nor the place to reminisce, is it? We can do that some other time. Paul, you were trying to conduct a business meeting, weren't you, before Richard and I started to play Small World?
Yes, there was. Look, why don't you all sit down and then we can begin? Want me around more?
Oh, yes, sure, but, welcome home, honey.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll come home more often for lunch whenever I can, whenever I can grab a spare hour or two.
Oh, great. You're just in time to answer a question for me.
Yeah.
Can I get fresh mussels in October?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Why, what's that?
This is what is commonly known as planning an elaborate dinner party, making things that you've never made before.
Oh, yeah, we are going to have company tonight.
Yeah, but not the people that you think. I invited Brad and Jenny. I'm really not ready for a formal dinner yet. I mean, with people that I don't know very well.
Why do you say that, baby? Everything you've cooked so far turned out great.
Oh, I know, but I'm just a little bit nervous about it, and so I'd rather have the dinner be perfect, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and that way I can just be nervous about me around those people and not nervous about the cooking, too.
Got it. Good thinking. Very practical. Good thinking.
You really think I made a practical decision? I mean, you really approve of my thinking?
I do indeed.
Wow. Maybe I really am changing. Wait a second. About those mussels, before I go overboard, I want to know, are they expensive? I don't want to be impractical.
No, the mussels aren't expensive. I don't know what else you're having on the menu, but the mussels pass.
Oh.
So that is my concept. Richard, are you interested? Oh, boy, am I. It'll give me a chance to do some really in-depth articles. I mean, it gets very frustrating sometimes working with a limited amount of space I have to deal with, you know?
Well, but to be able to say a great deal concisely is a mark of good journalism, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Edwina.
but don't we have to be at Dorian's for a meeting in a few minutes?
Oh, right. I've completely lost track of time. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. Why don't you, we'll have another meeting on this very shortly. Why don't you two stay in the office here and get yourselves reacquainted?
We'll see you later.
We'll talk to you later.
Goodbye, Paul.
Right. Hey, sure. Talk to you later, Rich. So, this is really incredible. But it's something else, isn't it?
Yes. Although I found it can usually be helped along a little. So tell me, are you happy here?
Everyone's really great here, Edwina. And Landview is a pleasant place to live in. I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you. Is there nothing else you have to say, Richard?
Well, of course, I'll be glad to help you out all I can.
That's not what I'm talking about. Why are you keeping this on such a professional level? What about you? Are you glad that I'm going to be around?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just dropping off and picking up.
Becky, I want you to meet someone. This is an old friend of mine from college. She's going to be
We've
working.
already met.
She's going to be the new assistant to Paul.
Oh, well, I'm glad to see all you people starting on the top. Being as I'm on the bottom around here, I can't stay and chew the fat. I'll be seeing you, Edwina.
Yeah, I think we all ought to get back to work now, Edwina. I'll see you later.
Well, I hope so.
Hey, Becky, wait a second.
Like Grand Central Station around here today.
Hey, Doc.
Oh, Gus, what are you doing here?
You said you were going to call. You didn't call me. I figured I'd drop by.
Look, Gus, I thought I told you never to bother me again.
Hey, the way you enjoyed yourself the last time we were together, I find it hard to believe.
Look, Gus, why don't you just leave? I mean, if I knew you were going to keep hassling me like this, I never would have encouraged you in the first place.
Encourage me. She did, babe, is a lot more than encourage me.
Look, Gus, I'm sure you meet a lot of women, single women, who can handle this a lot better than I can. Why don't you just leave, okay?
Maybe. First, I got something I want to give you. Just a gift. Here. For you.
Really? Well, dang, I really can't accept a gift from you.
Come on, how do you know until you open it? Take it, here. Open it. Hey, Becky, wait a minute.
What, Richard?
Why the tone of voice?
Because I have no desire to talk to you. I was hoping you would have caught on to that by now.
Don't you think this has gone far enough?
This discussion? Yeah.
Come on, you know what I mean. Why don't we just make up and forget the argument we had?
There's nothing to make up about. I forgot it.
Was that why you won't see me or talk to me? You keep running away like I have some sort of a contagious disease.
Well, you got something. I hope it ain't contagious. I'm going to have more trouble making it than I already do.
Well, tell me what it is. I'll get rid of it.
You can't change, Richard. You're who you are, and I'm who I am. That's the problem. You don't understand me and my way of thinking. I don't understand you. It's like we just stand here talking Chinese to each other. Neither one of us understands that language. Or do you?
Oh, no, of course not. But part of the reason is because we haven't had enough time to get to know one another well enough. The understanding comes through continued talking, Becky. So look, let's have dinner tonight. We can go anywhere you want. You can even pay for your own if you want to.
I'm going to say no because I can't. But I probably would have said no anyway.
Why can't you?
Because the manager of the Blue Ridge Club, he called and asked me to fill in for another singer tonight.
Hey, that's terrific. Well, look, I'll come down to Blue Ridge, watch you, and then we'll have dinner afterwards.
No! Richard, I'm going to ask you to do me a big favor. I don't want you to come down to the club anymore. You're not good for me. For my image.
Well, look, I promise it. I won't say a word about your clothes or anything like that.
It's not what I mean. sort of move around. They call it circulating. And I gotta talk to the people and be real nice to them. So they come back more often. Get the picture?
If I'm around, it might look like I'm your boyfriend. And that wouldn't be good for the men in the audience. Because you want the men in the audience to think they got a chance with the girl singer, is that it?
And that's what they call showbiz, Richard.
Well, go on, open it. Opening it doesn't mean you gotta keep it.
I can't imagine. Oh, God, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it.
Like it, I love it. Looks so expensive.
Yeah, it probably is. Given the place I ripped it off from.
You stole it?
Not exactly. The guy I work for, he's got money coming out of his ears, you know? So every time I want to get paid, he puts me through changes. The other day he wasn't looking, I put it in my pocket. Because it reminded me of you.
Can't tell you how lovely I think it is.
I mean, you're gonna keep it?
Keep it? You try to take it away from me, you're gonna have to fight me for it. Yeah. Oh, Gus, what can I do to thank you for this?
Hey, you know the answer to that.
You trying to buy your way back into my life?
I was just teasing.
Oh, look, Gus, no, I can't.
Oh, come on, Karen.
No, I really can't today. I'm having a dinner party tonight, and I've got to do shopping and 100 things, so you really got to go now. Oh, okay? Call me tomorrow morning, say around 10 o'clock.
You mean it? I mean, am I going to come in and have to go through another 10 rounds to get to this point again?
Oh, when I do that to you after you gave me such a lovely... No, Gus, you gotta go.
All right. Hey, I'll speak to you tomorrow, huh?
No, that's the right dog. Just a minute. Hi. Can't possibly be time for you to be here yet. No, of course not. I got through early. I thought I'd come over and help you out. Oh, nice. Come on in. Okay. Well, maybe I'll send you shopping and I can do some more cleaning. All right, whatever. Honey, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer the door. The plumber was in there and he was just finishing up some stuff, so I had to run around. Let's go into the kitchen, see what I have and what I don't have, okay? So I can see when you see what I'm going to make. A lot of elaborate stuff. Lana? What do you think of going back to work? Well, mostly I'm thinking about not going back to work. Tony's anyway. Oh, why not? Because of Brad. And how many clubs are there in this town? Lots, right? But when he wants to drink, where does he go? He goes to Tony's. Just like nothing ever happened. Well, maybe because as far as he's concerned, nothing has happened. What's this? My toy truck. Gee, I didn't know you were into toy trucks, Kathy. Well, I'm not exactly. It belongs to Danny. I guess he left it here when he was over here the other day. Childhood. God, that seems like an awful long time ago. But I guess they better get ready to deal with it again, huh? In about 7 months. Well, Lana, if that is what you're planning to do, then, honey, I think you've really got to plan for the future so you can enjoy your baby's childhood. Yeah, well, I guess I will. I mean, it's just this period that I'm so freaked out about. And, like, what to do for work. Well, you get awfully good money at Tony's. And you're going to need all you can get to put away. Yeah, but what about when I start showing? I mean, everybody knows I've seen Brad. Well, I thought about that. Don't you think you ought to tell him? Why? So that he can laugh in my face? So he can call me a liar? So he can try and force me to have an abortion? No, Cathy, I really don't want to put myself through that. I've been thinking about telling Jenny. Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. I mean, you know, not just to get back at Brad, although God knows I'd love it. But for Jenny's sake, too. He's got her so fooled. I know. You think you're going to tell her?
I don't know.
Be awfully hard getting it out. I probably do it wrong, the same way I do everything else I do wrong. What difference does it make what I do anyway? Everybody's life is just going to go on and on, no matter what, just marching right along, right? Well, I just... Lana, look, I know it's very difficult. But you're going to have to make some plans and make some decisions, and right away.
I just can't believe it. Dorian liked everything I had to say. She didn't feel one single idea.
I know, she hardly even argued with you.
I know, that's what I'm talking about. Even my suggestion that I snoop around down at City Hall to find out how much of the taxpayers' money was being squandered for personal gain, she didn't object to that. And she has all those friends down there.
Yeah, I do. But you are a very persuasive person, you know. And she knows that it's going to sell a lot of magazines. Dorian's loyalty tends to stop at the sight of a dollar sign. You know, you reminded me of today.
No, I can't say that I do. Who?
Well, you reminded me of a guy I once knew in New York by the name of Paul Kendall when he was at the height of his success.
Oh, yes. That's the same man who shortly thereafter climbed down from his pinnacle and went underground. Well, I'm glad you said that, Pat. Because I was thinking the same thing myself. And it helped clear up some doubts for me.
What doubts?
Well, whether I still had it or not, you know? I mean, the flair. Not just the ability, but the enjoyment for getting back into business. You know what? I love it.
I'm glad.
So am I. As a matter of fact, I feel like celebrating. Just like I did that day I got my last promotion in New York. Do you remember that?
Could I ever forget?
Remember we were going to have a really big party. And then we decided to be alone to celebrate. Not just the promotion, but our love for each other.
Yes, it was a beautiful night. But it also happened a long time ago. I have to get back to my office. There are a lot of things that I have to do before I can go home.
Listen, are you doing anything tonight? Yeah, I have quite a bit of work, as a matter of fact. Why? What's that? No, nothing. I just thought maybe you'd want to come down to Blue Ridge Club with me tonight. Becky's singing. Well, I'd like to get down there sometime, but I just can't swing it tonight. Yeah. Okay. Richard? Is there anything wrong? I mean, you seem kind of depressed or something. I guess I am. You know, it's hard for anyone to make me feel like I don't belong. I mean, me, I fit in anywhere. Sure, I've seen you in action. I don't know, I feel like a real outsider. It's weird. I don't know how to handle it. But I guess I'll have to learn, right?
I just want to pop in the shower for a little bit, okay?
Sure, babe.
About 5 minutes.
Okay, where did Brad and Jenny go?
Oh, they're in the kitchen. I hope they're working hard. I think I went a little overboard on this dinner. Jenny hadn't come early. I think we'd be eating around midnight. I'll be right back.
Hey, Karen?
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
a wedding present.
Who gave it to us?
Mrs. Caldwell, I think, but I'm not sure.
How come I've never seen it before, honey?
Of course you've seen it before, silly. You just forgot about it.
Are you telling me it's been sitting here all this time? I just didn't notice it?
Oh, no, I had it put away, and I was waiting to find the perfect spot for it, and when I was cleaning today, I knew that was the right spot. It's natural that you would forget about a lot of wedding presents. I mean, we had so many of them. I forget about a lot of them, too. I think I'll go take that shower now, okay?
Yeah.
How are we supposed to get the salad made if it don't stop?
Just pushing around because you got a big knife in your hand.
Oh, that certainly does lend a little authority, doesn't it? Come on, back to the lettuce breaking.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I don't mind fooling around in the kitchen with you. I may even be learning something.
Oh, good. No reason a man can't learn his way around the kitchen.
Couldn't agree more, especially now that he has you as a teacher. You know what I've been doing all this time? I've been having a fantasy.
Oh? About what?
About us. I've been pretending that you and I were man and wife. This is our house. We were about to give a dinner party for some friends.
Brad.
Well, hey, will you just put the knife down, lady, and let me give you a good kiss to show you why you should be married, huh?
There we go again. Now, come on. I don't know what this... I mean, my wife's in there taking a shower, and the help's in the kitchen next. How's the man supposed to get a bite to eat around?
Good question, Larry. I think that I would help out by leaving the kitchen. You can finish the salad, and I'll set the table.
Now you've done it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, any good at slicing cucumbers there?
Kidding? I'm a doctor. Slice me a cucumber. This is a cucumber. There we go. Here, have a carrot.
Okay, have a cat. You know, I like your house. I mean, just the house. I mean, I like the whole idea of being, settled down and all that.
Really?
Oh, I'm working on being brother-in-laws just as hard as I can. Buying a house, making mortgages, payments, all that.
Wow, you really are changing it when you're thinking of settling down. Mortgages. Well,
I hope so. And now, wise guy, you going to tell me you know anything about making a salad dressing? Uh-huh.
I'll get it. Vernon, hi. Debbie, hi. I was at Cathy's and she asked me to drop this off when I left. It's Danny. Don't you want to come in? Maybe you can give it to Larry yourself. Actually, Jen, yeah. I would like to come in. There's something I want to talk to you about.
kind of a gawky kid, isn't she? Just real young and green, Cliff. Listen, I wasn't knocking it. You know me, Nell. That's the way I like them. Yeah.
You wanted to talk to me, Lana? I was going to call you. I've been debating all day whether I should. About what? Well, I don't really know if this is the place. Lana, what is it? What's the matter?
Hey. Put them clothes in the bag.
Are you giving me orders?
Oh, no, honey, I'm just suggesting, that's all. Now, if you would just listen, Sam, I think that I can...
Jane, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but... Listen, I mean, Sam, if there's something between me and my father, it's not your business.
Oh, then, you think you just hired me to cook and clean and...
Well, that's what I thought.
Well, then you got another thought coming. Because if that's all it was, I wouldn't have taken the job. And your father knew that there were a few things over here that need changing. So I thought I'd come over and help. But Sam, nothing is going to change unless you want the help.
Well, it's not up to me. Mrs. Graham, will you just tell him that I went out and I won't be late?
Hello, Sam. I hope I didn't interrupt your dinner.
No, I was just going out. Come in, please.
Good. Well, I'm glad I caught you because I've got a big favor to ask.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Gray. Wanda's come down with a flu or something, and I've got a whole briefcase full of bills that've got to go out and nobody to help me. And since you applied for that job as assistant bookkeeper, I thought maybe you'd give me a hand with it.
Sure, when?
Tonight? Look, I'm sorry. I know it isn't very much warning, but you'd really be doing me a big favor.
Well,
Mr. Lord, I just took some cheese puffs out of the oven and nobody to eat them. Suppose you could help me out. Sam, why don't you fix Mr. Lord a drink while I go dish them out?
Look, Sam, if you've got other plans, maybe I can find something.
Hey, no, it was nothing. But maybe you just want to fix yourself a drink. Okay, I'll make a quick phone call and then we'll get back to your bills.
You got a deal. Becky, you decent?
Sure, come on in.
These just came for you.
Who's from?
Don't know, the florist. Hey, Becky, if we have a good crowd tonight, I may want you to go on at 8, all right?
I'll be ready now. Oh, dear, I know who these are from. They're from that man that sent the note and the picture. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. Becky, be careful of those guys.
Oh, don't worry, I will. Richard, why can't you leave me alone?
Right, huh?
Hello, Brad. What are you doing here?
Jenny and I were invited over to dinner.
I see.
Is there anything we can do for you? Anything we can help you with?
No, I just came by to return this. And I left it in Kathy. Thank you, I'll see that he gets it. Good. Have a nice dinner. Thank you.
Thank you. And Lana, take care.
Oh, I will. Don't I always?
That was nice, huh?
Yeah. Except that when she came in, she said that she had something to tell me. I was wondering if you knew what it was.
Jenny, I have no idea what's on Lana's mind. You want to Try one of these? Hey, Larry, it's all right if I fix myself a drink? Okay. Should I join me in a martini if I find a big enough glass?
I was just thinking that since the only thing Lana and I have in common is you, maybe you would know what she was talking about.
Jenny, I don't mean to be unkind, but frankly, it could have been anything.
What do you mean?
I think something has sort of happened to Lana. I mean, she's been acting very strange lately.
Well, she did seem troubled.
No, that's not what I mean. I think she's sort of coming off the spool.
Just on the basis of our conversation?
No, I mean, it's what other people have said about her. White wine all right with you? Charlie said that, Charlie, the bartender at Tony's place, he works out of the house quite a lot, and he said that she's been acting very strange. She's been calling in sick a lot. She does show up. She's sort of vague and out of it. Everybody else has to cover for her so that she doesn't lose her job. And according to Charlie and some of the other people that work there, that she's getting paranoid.
Paranoid? About what?
Well, she's turning against all her old friends. She's denouncing people right and left. Karen's a good example. Look what happened there.
What?
Well, you don't see Lana over here anymore, do you? Apparently, obviously don't tell Karen or Larry this, would just upset them. But according to Charlie, Lana's been saying some very unpleasant things about her. And about me, too.
What kind of things?
Crazy things. Things like I was always after her to marry me, and she kept having to turn me down. I think she has a very strong need to make people believe that somebody loves her, even if it's only in her own imagination.
It's awful. She must be very sad, very lonely.
Yes, I expect she is.
Well, I guess if she wanted to tell me something, she could always call me. Well, I guess I could call her.
Hey, now look, Penny, you cannot take on all the problems of the world, and you know it. All right, Lana has got problems, yes, but she's also got friends.
Who?
Well, Cathy, for instance. I'm told that Cathy and Lana have been very close lately. And besides, the point is, they are her problems. They're not yours, and they're not mine. I think we'd better just let it go.
Well, I'd be delighted, Anna. That's next weekend, you say? Well, as it happens, I'm totally free. Well, yeah, I try to keep the days and mornings free to do some writing, but on the weekends, I'm a free lady. Okay, yeah, I'm writing it down now. Yes. Well, now be sure and tell me if there's anything that I can bring. Oh, I don't know, macaroni salad or something. Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. Listen, there's somebody here. Can I call you back later? Okay, bye-bye. Lana? Honey, what's the matter? Shouldn't have gone over there. To Larry and Karen's, why not? I rang the doorbell, and Jenny answered. Oh, Lana. And I thought, okay. Now it's the time to tell her you've just been presented with the perfect heart.